Good morning students. You are watching class 5 subject social lesson 4 rims of the earth part 2. In this video you are going to study about components of the earth. They are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. First, we will see about the lithosphere. What is lithosphere? Lithosphere is the solid outermost shell of a rocky planet. Simply we can say lithosphere is the solid part of the earth. It consists of three main layers. They are crust, mantle and core. Where we have studied about these layers, do you remember? Yes, we have discussed about these in the previous video. Shall we recall it again? In the given picture, you can see the layers of the earth. Crust forms the uppermost layer. Mantle is the middle layer. Core is the innermost layer of the lithosphere. All of these layers are composed of rocks and minerals. The deeper we go inside the earth, the hotter it becomes. As a result, the layers change from a solid to a semi-solid state. Only the inner core remains solid due to the force exerted on it by the upper layers. Next topic is about the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere comes from the ancient Greek hydro, which means water, and spira, which means sphere. Hydrosphere refers to water on, under and over the surface of the earth. You all know that the water covers nearly 71% of the earth's surface. Hence, the earth is known as the blue planet. There is always the same amount of water on earth. Water appears in different states. They are solid, liquid and gas. Water in all its forms is constantly moving. Water in rivers and oceans moves into the atmosphere and then goes back to the rivers and oceans. This continuous movement of water is known as the water cycle. Water cycle consists of evaporation, condensation, precipitation and transportation. We will see one by one now. So first is evaporation. What is meant by evaporation? Evaporation is the process by which water changes into vapor. Water evaporates into the atmosphere and where it cools. Next is about condensation. Condensation is the process by which vapor changes into water. As it gets cooler on the atmosphere, it condenses and forms clouds. Next is about the precipitation. Precipitation is any form of water falling on earth. When clouds cannot absorb any more water, there is precipitation in the form of rain, snow or hail. Some precipitation falls on the land flowing into lakes and rivers. Other water filters into the ground becoming groundwater. Next is transportation. Water in rivers or groundwater is transported to the oceans and seas again, and the water cycle begins again. Look at the given picture number 1 where the sun heats the ocean. Number 2, ocean water evaporates and rises into the air. Number 3, the water vapor cools and condenses to become droplets which forms clouds. Number 4, if enough water condenses, the drops become heavy enough to fall to the ground as rain and snow. Number 5, some rain collects in ground wells, the rest flows through rivers back into the ocean. Next topic is about types of water. There are two types of water, salt water and fresh water. Salt water. 97% of the earth's water is salt water, located mainly in the oceans and seas. Fresh water. 3% is fresh water, located on continents and islands. River, lakes, groundwater, etc. are fresh water. Next topic is about the classification of water. Oceans. Vast masses of salt water that separate the continents. Example, Indian Ocean. Seas. Oceanic waters that are close to continents and not as deep as oceans. Example, Arabian Sea. Rivers. Continuously flowing of water that flow into seas, lakes and other rivers. Example, Kaveri River. Tributary. Tributary is a branch of river. A tributary is a stream or river which flows into a larger river. A tributary does not flow directly into a sea or oceans. Groundwater. What is groundwater? Groundwater is the water found underground in the cracks and spaces in soil, sand and rock. Aquifers. Stores of groundwater that accumulate underground on top of impermeable layers of rock. Wells. Holes that men do into the earth's surface to bring underground water to the surface. Glaciers. Huge mass of ice formed from compacted snow slowly flowing over a land mass. Ice caps. Huge mass of ice and snow that permanently cover the poles of the earth. Lakes. A lake is an area filled with water and surrounded by land. Lakes receive water from rivers, precipitation and ground waters. Next topic is about the distributions of water on the earth's surface. The distributions of water on the earth's surface is extremely uneven. Only 3% of water on the surface is fresh. The remaining 97% resides in the oceans. Water is essential for life. Humans can only drink fresh water, as most fresh water is trapped in ice and glaciers. There is not much water for human consumption, so we need to recycle water to assure our livelihood. Next topic is about the atmosphere. What is mean by atmosphere? The atmosphere is the blanket of air that surrounds the earth. Composition of the earth. Nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, other gases 1%. Layers of the atmosphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. First, we will see about the troposphere. Troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere and it is closest to Earth. You live here. Tropo means turning or changing. There is more change in this layer than any other. So, weather occurs here, and as altitude increases, temperature decreases. What is mean by altitude? Altitude means height, and it contains 75% of the air. Mostly it has nitrogen and oxygen, and it stretches to about 11 kilometers. Next topic is about the stratosphere. It is the second layer of the atmosphere, reaches from troposphere to about 50 km above the surface of Earth. Strato means layer or spread out. It contains about 24% of the air. Ozone layer is here. Remember, it protects living things from ultraviolet radiation from sun. Jets often fly here. As altitude increases, temperature increases because ozone layer absorbs heat. What is the ozone layer? Ozone layer is a protective layer in the atmosphere that blocks harmful UV rays. However, it allows good sun rays through to heat up our earth. Without it, we would burn up. Next topic is about the mesosphere. It is the third layer of the atmosphere. Meso means middle. Mesosphere is the middle layer, and it is the coldest layer of the atmosphere that protects the earth from meteoroids. What is mean by meteoroids? Meteoroids is a small space rock moving through a solar system. Space is full of meteoroids and it reaches from 50 km to 80 km above Earth's surface. Here, as altitude increases, temperature decreases. Next topic is about the thermosphere. Thermo means heat. Outermost layer of our atmosphere is the thermosphere, and it is the fourth layer of the atmosphere. It is the thickest layer. Temperature in the thermosphere are very high. It's around 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the hottest layer. Temperature increases with altitude increases. It is the hottest layer due to ions, hydrogen and helium that directly absorb the sun's radiation, and it reaches from 80 km above the Earth's surface into outer space. International Space Station orbits Earth in this layer. Ionosphere. It is the lower layer of the thermosphere, reaches from about 80 km to 400 km above Earth's surface. Energy from the sun causes gas molecules here to become electrically charged particles. Topic is about the exosphere. Exo means outer, is the outer portion of the thermosphere, reaches from about 400 km outward for thousands of kilometers. Space shuttles and satellites orbit Earth here. This layer is cold. It gradually blends into outer space. Importance of the atmosphere. Atmosphere provides the necessary gases for living things to survive, regulates the heat from the sun to just the right temperature for life on Earth, plays an important role in the water cycle. The ozone layer protects the Earth from the sun's harmful UV rays, protects the Earth from small meteoroids. Last topic is about the biosphere. Biosphere is the part of Earth in which life exists. Biosphere is made up of all living things and all the places that are found on Earth. Every part of biosphere is connected. Land, water, plants, animals and atmosphere. Collection of all the organisms that live in a particular place together with their non-living environment is called ecosystem. If there was no biosphere, there would be no life. Hope you have understood well about the layers of atmosphere. I have given some question. Find out the answer and write the question along with answer in your social homework note. 40 pages ruled note is your social homework note. Write your name, class in first page and in the second page write date, lesson name and number and then continue to write your homework. Write neatly, okay? The questions are: identify the layer of the atmosphere being described. The layer composed of hydrogen and helium is dash. The layer most affected by air pollution is dash. The layer which protects organism from harmful rays of sun is dash. The layer which contains the most dense air is dash. The layer which contains the least dense, that is thinnest air is dash. The coldest layer of atmosphere is dash. The ozone layer is in dash layer. The layer where meteoroids burn up is dash. The layer where airplanes and jets fly is dash. The layer where weather changes happen is dash. True or false? Nitrogen gas is the most abundant gas in atmosphere. Second one, the thermosphere and mesosphere are the hottest layer of the atmosphere. Try to complete the book exercise of lesson 4A and B. Use pencil to write and write the answer in book itself. I will discuss the answer in the next video. Thank you students. Meet you all in the next video.